Alrighty, let's get started. I'll have a full list of the materials in the description box. The only thing missing from the picture is a sheet of 2mm craft foam. So go ahead and cut out your pattern. It's in the description below. It's not mine, it will be credited down there. I had to make mine a little bit wider toward the bottom to fit my wrist. So after I cut it out, I traced it onto some foam board because it was just easier for me to pin it and trace around it. The foam board's completely optional, it was just made it a little bit easier for me. Cut it out with your X-acto knife. This part can be a little tedious. It's kind of annoying, honestly, but I believe in you. You can do it. Just take your time. Taking your sandpaper, sand down the rough edges, and then sand down the corners, I guess, of it to make it more rounded out. It actually doesn't take very long. This was really easy. It just seems more tedious, at least to me. Go ahead and coat the entire thing in Mod Podge. It doesn't matter if it's the gloss or the matte. I used the matte, but it didn't really make a difference in the end. It serves a few purposes. It helps get rid of that powder from sanding it down. It strengthens the foam and it helps to prep for painting. I think I did 2 coats when I did it, but you could honestly get away with 1 or even do more. This part's kind of hard to explain, but you're going to want to cut out the blue piece and trace it onto some craft foam. The one piece is going to be the size of the pattern, and the other one's going to be a little bit longer on the right side. You're going to want to cut out 2 of each, so you can have one for each side of the Bayard. And then you're also going to want to cut out a little rectangle piece that's going to show in the next little picture, and you're going to want to cut out 2 of those as well. And then 1 more piece, well, 2 more pieces technically, but you're going to want to cut out a piece that's kind of like a square and it's got a little rectangle on it. You're going to want to cut out 2 of those so it'll wrap around the bottom of the Bayard. And they're just going to be placed onto like the insulation foam where they're placed onto the pattern. So you can just take a look at the pattern or even bring up a picture online. I went ahead and coated it with 2 more coats of Mod Podge. This will just help keep the craft foam onto the insulation foam and it'll help prep the craft foam for painting. I primed it with acrylic gesso, however the heck you say that. I primed it with that stuff, and then I didn't have video of that though, cause you know, me. But I mean, hey, here's a picture, right here, right, yep, there it is, right there, that stuff. Right there, yep, nailed it. And just go ahead and spray paint the whole thing black. It's gonna be a lot easier than hand painting the whole thing. Yeah, the slide on my hand. primed just the craft foam pieces with more of, you know, stuff I can't say, the acrylic gesso. That stuff. Not sure if I'm saying that right, but whatever. And because I'm doing Lance, I'm going to go ahead and paint the dips on the top of the Bayard blue. You would want to do red for Keith, obviously, or black for Shiro, but Shiro doesn't really use his Bayard. He kind of just has the ultimate slap. Taking the white acrylic paint, I did 2 coats over my primer. You're going to want to do as many coats as needed to cover everything up, so it just looks like an even white color. I did was add 1 to 2, doesn't matter, more coats of Mod Podge. This time I used the gloss just to make the colors more vibrant. It's just going to help protect your paint job, and it's just going to help it from all falling apart, honestly. And wabam! It's done! This is actually kind of easy to make, and the materials were actually pretty cheap. So that's all I got for you, my guys. Go have fun, go do a thing.